Change. Change for some people can be a scary word. Change can come in many forms, and the choice you make when those changes occur will determine where you go in this life.
Welcome, friends and family. We are here today to celebrate the wedding of Sara and Ken. We are here to share in their commitment to one another, to offer our love and support to this union, and to allow Sara and Ken to start their married life together, surrounded by the people dearest and most important to them.
Ken never really was a person to talk about his relationships. Whenever he would call, it was always about sports or catching up on work. But then something changed. I remember when Ken called me, and he had mentioned he started seeing someone. I remember hearing the timbre in his voice changing and sounding like a Ken that I did not recognize anymore.
Sara, when I first met you, I was in awe because you had the perfect combination of beauty, intelligence, and sense of humor. In fact, I was worried because I started envisioning forever with you, but I didn't know if you would feel the same way about me. After all, how many guys get so lucky to have the perfect woman decide to spend the rest of her life with them?
Oh, we didn't wait. Sorry. You look beautiful. Ken, as you know, I was never the little girl that grew up dreaming about my wedding. However, I did dream of finding the person I would spend my life with. I wanted to find someone who was going to be my best friend, someone who was thoughtful and caring, someone who would live life to the fullest, and someone who would laugh as hard as me at all of my stupid jokes. I was so close to giving up the hope of finding my soulmate until you came into my life, and being with you makes me so glad that I didn't. You are truly the most genuine, kind, respectful, and selfless person I've ever met. Your love is the purest thing I've ever experienced, and being with you makes me feel so complete and at peace every single day.
I love you.
I love you.
Before Sara, every time Ken would call me from a new location, it's because work had taken him to Colorado, San Antonio. But now that Sara's in his life, they weren't going to places for work, but instead, they were going to make memories. Obviously, none of this was Ken's doing.
While the memories experiencing some amazing places with you will always bring a smile to my face, I can't help but look back with the most fondness on how we handled stressful travel situations together. I knew that I made the right choice of wanting to spend the rest of my life with you. I love everything about you, and those situations made me feel like I was right at home with you.
When Ken finally told me he was thinking about proposing, all he and I could think about was where he was going to do it. He decided to plan a trip this time. So he decided that they were going to go to Lake Tahoe in Yosemite. Ken told Sara that she could actually plan the Yosemite portion, but the Lake Tahoe portion was for Ken. Well, that made Sara pretty suspicious, so she knew that a change was coming.
In the last 2 years, I've fallen in love with everything about you. Your big heart, your smile, your laugh, your intellect, and even your ability to quote the most obscure lines from random TV shows and movies that no one else remembers. People often say that relationships are hard, but I've come to realize it's life itself that's hard. Loving you has actually proven to be the easiest and most special thing I've ever experienced.
And that brings us to today, here and now. It is always a beautiful thing when someone finds their soulmate. And from what I saw in Ken and the changes that he made, I knew that is what he had found.
I promise to always put you above all else, never letting things like my job or my fantasy football team become before you. I promise to love you and cherish all of our moments together, and I promise never to give you less than 100% of me. I'm incredibly grateful to be the man who is with you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of our lives together. I love you.
Beautiful.
So today, in the presence of our loved ones, I vow to love you and choose you every single day, unconditionally and without hesitation. Do you remember that photo?
Yes. Beautiful.
I vow to build a life and home with you that is full of joy, adventure, laughter, respect, and compassion. And most of all, I vow to be by your side no matter what life throws at us. To laugh with you in times of joy, be your rock through every hardship, and comfort you in times of sorrow. You are my soulmate, my partner, my best friend, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives to unfold together.
Ken, do you take Sara to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do you part?
I do. Made a little.
Sara, do you take Ken to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death do you part?
I do.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.